Are the Tories the party of the working class?
No.
No.
No, absolutely not.
They purport to be.
Do you like Theresa May?
I love her, she's great.
Proud and patriotic working class people in towns and cities across Britain have not deserted the Labour Party. Jeremy Corbyn has deserted them.
We're in the van.
Welcome.
Does this belong to you? Is there enough room for two of us?
There is.
I think this is going to be a really important seat, Wakefield.
It is.
We're in a constituency in West Yorkshire that has been held by Labour for decades. Now Wakefield is on the Tory hit list.
I imagine 80-odd years since a Conservative was last elected here.
Tory MP Nigel Adams thinks that it is Brexit that has weakened the link for Labour in towns like this where 2/3 of people voted out.
Sorry, we're busy at the moment.
All right, no problem. Can I leave you one of these?
The idea of doorstepping is my idea of hell. It's like being a chugger.
It's character building.
There's someone next door, there's someone in there. Tell me who you voted for in the past.
Labour.
Do you like Theresa May?
Very much so.
What do you like about her?
She's been very strong on Brexit. She will take us out because that's what the people's asked her to do.
Do you like her as well?
I think she's a typical politician like Mr Calvert will be. Having said that, I think they're more honest than Labour are.
Is there anything Labour can do to reconnect with you?
Go back to being what Labour used to be, for the working class.
It isn't just Brexit. These voters say Labour let them down on immigration, which may explain why this Tory minister is pounding these streets.
There was a lady I spoke to in Middlesbrough who said, her father was a miner. He'd be turning in his grave, she said, if he knew she was going to vote Conservative. She'd always voted Labour and she was switching, and it was the Corbyn factor mainly, but it was also about issues like immigration and the fact that Labour Party don't really seem to be the party of the working class anymore.
That's the claim. Next stop, York, that hasn't turned blue for 30 years.
There's the Working Men's Club up here, which I can take you to.
He's representing your local Tory candidate. Would you vote Tory?
You're the one for me.
Really?
Excellent.
Yes.
Have you always voted Tory?
He's a great fella.
Always. Yourself?
I'm in business.
No, unfortunately Labour, but I'm a bit that way.
Have you
now.
always voted Labour?
Yeah.
Why are you a bit...
Because I don't like Jeremy Corbyn.
Just that?
No.
Yeah,
Do you think we could tempt you over to vote for Theresa May this time?
possibly.
Brilliant.
Possibly.
The Prime Minister is seen by the Tories as their strongest asset, and they've mobilised her in Labour heartlands across the country with this message.
I will be reaching out to those who have been abandoned by Jeremy Corbyn and let down by government for too long.
Not everyone's convinced, but one Conservative thinker says it is a genuine change.
We shouldn't fail to recognise that the ship has changed course. Mrs Thatcher did speak to the working class, but largely to the southern working class who are able to benefit from the type of changes that she advocated. The northern working class and the Scottish were completely abandoned as two trapped in the industrial past, and nothing was offered to them. And what I think is hopeful about Theresa May is the creation of some new offer for the north.
Back in Yorkshire, the Tories are tapping into anger about Labour that predates Corbyn.
We're after what, like Tony Blair did.
What did he do?
I ain't racist or anything, or open the floodgates and everyone come in. Now, I'm a working man, like I've just said. We're fighting for our jobs now.
But this man is not quite ready to turn blue. Have you ever voted Tory?
No.
Why not?
Because I'm a working man. Tory, Conservative, I think, for the posh people.
I don't think this lot think the Tories are the party of the working class.
NHS cuts!
May's unwelcome party at her manifesto launched back in, guess where? Another Labour-held seat in Yorkshire. The Tories are claiming they're the party of the working class.
Oh yeah? Since when?
And what does Labour do for the working classes? Some people say that relationship's broken.
That relationship has been under strain, but it's back now. It's back and it's building.
Because of Jeremy?
I think so, yeah.
Somebody's got a representation of a Dalek with Theresa May's face poking out. She's going to exterminate everybody.
Tom Newton-Dunn from the Sun. Do you accept that you are moving to the political centre ground, and are you proud of your new moniker, a Red Tory?
Red Tory? By the next day, The Sun had Theresa May as Blue Labour, to the dismay of this left-wing academic who first came up with the term.
This was The Sun
paper
the other day. What you would expect?
Not what I would expect. Not really a good day. I kind of looked at it and sort of went back to bed for a couple of hours.
What is Blue Labour?
So, Blue Labour is, for a start, it's Labour. Second, it, very strong for family, for work, for community. Our slogan is "Be nice to your mum."
Is she Blue Labour?
She certainly isn't Blue Labour.
Isn't?
No, she's tried to move in on the scene.
And what is she doing to try and move in on the scene?
Well, the language is really important. So she talks about rejecting the cult of selfish individualism. The cult of selfish individualism has been Conservative Party policy for 40 years. So to not just reject it, but to call it a weird cult. She talks about rejecting state socialism and libertarian individualism. So she's definitely talks about the common good. So there's definitely a massive land grab, but that land grab is not really against Blue Labour. Her land grab is her direct political appeal to the working class.
And in recent polls, the Tories have overtaken Labour with these working class voters, but the gap is tightening.
There must be lights burning brighter somewhere.
I just want to know what Labour's anthem should be.
It should be Elvis Presley, If I Can Dream. And I told Douglas Alexander it should be our theme tune for the last general election.
Of a better land where all my brothers walk hand in hand. Tell me why. Oh,
Are the Tories the party of the working class?
No, it's the biggest myth perpetuated by London-based marketeers that I've ever seen, and one of our big tasks in this election is to show it to be a myth.
The polls show the same lead among working class voters for the Tories as among middle classes.
Well, we've got a lot to do, haven't we? But I don't think you should think we're low in the polls because Theresa May all of a sudden stands up for working class people. I think she understands how important those ideas of working class culture and notions that Blue Labour sort of stands for. I don't think she understands working people. She actually doesn't want working people to find an organised voice. There's rhetoric in her speeches, but I don't think she really means it. And, I'm a working class kid from Kidderminster. I want working class people to succeed in life. And if Theresa May can do that, then good on her, right? But I don't think she will. And when a third of those people on that Sunday Times top 100 list are sort of Tory party donors, I think it tells you everything you've got to know about Theresa May and the Tory party.
Come on down and see us in the town. Come on, lads.
This is Pontypridd, which is Owen Smith's constituency. Final stop for us. I couldn't ask you a quick question about the Labour Party.
I don't like Jeremy Corbyn. There's no, that's the Labour fella, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the deputy leader, Tom Watson.
Oh.
You should go meet him. Do you want to?
I go down.
Come on, we're following him. Come on.
We've got 4 weeks to return this man to Westminster. Are we going to win?
What about Trident? That's what I'm worried about, if he's getting rid
Right,
of that.
I think we're going to have 1 or 2 photos taken. Chris, you ready to take a couple of photos?
Trident estate. We're renewing Trident.
Yeah, come over here. I'll have a photo
Because
taken.
he did say he wasn't, didn't he?
No, we're going to renew it.
Definitely, it's in the manifesto.
don't
Come
worry
over
about
here.
Is that enough to vote Labour then?
No.
The Tories are trying hard to entice these disillusioned Labour voters with an energy price cap, more technical training and, of course, tough talk on Brexit and immigration. But they've run into trouble on social care, and with just days to go, a Labour fight back is underway. Are the Tories now the party of the working class?
My family came from a mining background. There are many of us here who came from a mining background. I came into politics because of what the Tories did during the miners' strike. For her to suggest that the Tories are the party of the working class is laughable. The Tory party has almost become a cult based around her. And I think that's unhealthy for democracy. I've dealt with Theresa May. I just don't see what the fuss is about.
Let us all go forward together.
She wants to pitch herself as a red Tory, but she's put the con back into Conservative. She's still going to reduce people's living standards by taking away their tax credits. There's going to be no mass building of council houses. You're going to lose, if you've got an occupational pension, a small occupational pension, you're going to lose 200 or 300 quid from your winter fuel allowance. We can go right across the piece.
Would you ever vote Tory?
No. It's just lies. They're just talking bollocks, aren't they?
She's okay. She's probably better than Jeremy Corbyn.
I think Theresa May would be good.
Are the Tories the party of the working class?
They purport to be, but it's yet to be proven, isn't it?